Hello, welcome to Fanfiction Theater. I'm Tristan. With me today is Michael T. Bradley from Ice on Mars.
Hell get her.
We've got Misha.
Hello.
We have Kevin.
Hail Gittera.
Who has finally given in. We wore him down. Drew Brock from Dropback Productions.
More like Indigenous Sleeples Day. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. We'll see how that. I'm sure I'm just shaking out the cobwebs. I'm going to be great in a few minutes. Don't worry.
Transmission.
Oh, I just
Hail,
got
get
a
her done.
notification that we're live.
Yeah, we are. And
Welcome to the stream.
and
Oh.
yeah, that is the voice of Molly, formerly known as Quim.
Yep.
Sorry, formerly known.
Formerly known. I'm the artist formerly known as Quinn.
Yes, Biffy, we're all very enthused about Gittera.
It's better every week.
So, Misha, you found a few, what is it, Nightmare Before Christmas fics. Maybe we can start with one of those.
Sure. If you want to do one of the one-offs, either of those two are good. They both have like a quote-unquote twist at the end. So, you know.
Ooh.
Are we talking like M. Night Shyamalan twist, or?
We like those twists.
No, just a reveal of some kind.
It was the pitch making them old.
Is the green effect actually love? Is that what it is?
Oh. Mm-hmm. And then the one that's 28 words long is just funny because it's 28 words long.
Okay.
Stuff to do with baby shoes.
No.
No.
It has an intriguing premise, though.
Let's start with Chef Oogie Boogie.
Okay.
F Oogie Boogie.
Did you... Was that F Shuggy Boogie? F?
No,
Wait.
it said Chef Boogie.
Okay.
God damn it, Chef Oogie Boogie. Jesus fucking Christ.
No, F that guy.
Jesus fucking Gittera.
He's a danger.
Okay, there's the link in the chat.
Are we good to go?
Wait, the Reviews Lounge 2 Halloween collaboration. What's that?
We haven't started yet, Drew.
I'm sorry. I'm ahead.
Drew's napping and drinking. It's like...
Is Chef
no
Oogie Boogie singing here? What's going? No, it's... Drew, you've let effect precede cause.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. It makes the entire universe unspool.
It's the effect. Green is love.
I think we're ready,
Thanks
though.
for spoiling my
Okay, is
favorite movie.
the title just Chef Oogie Boogie? Is that
Yes.
That appears to be the title.
Chef Oogie Boogie? This is
Chef
my
Oogie
first
Boogie.
nightmare. This is my first Nightmare Before Christmas fic, and it's part of the Reviews Lounge 2 Halloween collaboration. Go ahead, Drew.
What's going on? What is that? Oh, do we have to read other things? What's happening?
Literally,
I have no idea. Sorry.
yeah, nobody knows. Literally, this
hell
is
is
just for thrills and experimentation and giggles to see if I could do this. And I hope I did our favorite bug-filled burlap sack justice. Spoilers. Please enjoy.
So
All
this is
right.
not as high stakes as other fics. Then this one's just for fun.
Well, I'm assuming by the end of it, Jack Skellington is going to give Oogie Boogie a handy. But
When I saw this in the Discord, I thought it was Chief Oogie Boogie, so I was expecting like a Halo crossover, and I'm a little sad now. So
Yeah.
Damn it, Skellington! This is not your personal war.
who wants to be Chef Oogie Boogie?
Oh, I'll do it.
Well, I mean,
You said it
sure, but
first.
it's
Oh wait, is he sing? Oh, is
He's
there?
singing, which we would need
Oh.
Tracy for, but no Tracy.
Wow.
So the Oogie Boogie song. All right. How does that one go?
Well, this
there's a tale, a legend, if you will, of a Halloween town favorite that caused quite a thrill. Now, what could that be, you ask? Surely it must have gone boo. But you will be wrong, dear reader. Allow me to indulge you with a story about something called snake and spider stew. I think it's a little more Audrey too, what I'm doing. But whatever. It's
yeah,
pretty
but
good. I like it.
I like it.
okay.
It
It works
was
enough.
very nice.
Thank you.
There was a time in Halloween Town where Oogie Boogie wasn't the town outcast, nor was he the villain. After the failure of trying to establish his own holiday called Bug Day, he moved to Halloween Town.
Entomologists love him.
Wow, this author is really going into like the metaphysics of how this universe works. I like it. He moved to Halloween Town and lived among the residents, partaking in the celebrations of Halloween each year with gusto. After all, it was the one holiday where he could give an excuse of overenthusiasm for maybe taking things a little too far. Isn't that a pretty good excuse normally for taking? I mean,
Halloween is
usually.
Halloween is when adults let loose.
all right. To Oogie, Halloween was more than a festival, more than a parade and dancing skeletons. It was his identity. After all, he was the boogeyman. Who could compete with the terror, the nightmares, and the chills that he inspired in his victims? No one, he would say if you had asked him.
A little passive aggressive.
business.
I'm already giggling. The effect of this story was perfect. They did it.
Why did you ask me? I'm standing right here.
It was a little passive
Talking about
aggressive.
me like I'm not here.
It was a little passive aggressive, and then the exclamation point moved it to aggressive, I think.
Yeah, maybe so.
If somebody asked me.
And so year after year, Oogie took the top spot in the scare-off in town, giving more children nightmares than most of the residents combined. Soon,
And R.
however-
Kelly moved to town.
Soon, however, it wasn't enough to just scare the kids. Oh, no, not at all. Oogie wanted more attention and praise for his efforts and his genius schemes. Awards, speeches, and trophies paled in comparison to what he believed was the ultimate goal, to become a Halloween Town legend.
Sure, isn't it for everyone?
I don't have a comeback there. After long nights of thinking about how best he could be remembered and go down in the history books, it finally hit him. There was a stew that his mama used to make when he was just a little burlap sack. Well, he was just a little burlap sack.
Sorry, when I become a parent, that's what I'm gonna call my kids.
My little burlap.
You little burlap sack.
The metaphysics implied here, though, is that he's not the insects that are inside the burlap sack. He is the burlap sack. That's a different take on it.
And
So, like,
it rose somehow.
Yeah, but he literally was the insects because at the end when they do the whole spoiler alert for like a 30-year-old movie at this point, when they unraveled him, he was still talking and moving and had the shape of the insect.
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's a flaw.
My suspension of disbelief is ruined. I can't read this.
The author has taken some liberties, okay, with the character here. It was a winner of a dish. Right. It was a winner of a dish on its own, but it needed something different. Something with more punch, more shock. However, Oogie hadn't a clue what that ingredient could have been, and so he was at a loss for what to do. However, the thought stayed in the back of his mind as he went on and continued. Oh, I thought that said went on, and so I did that. In the back of his mind as he went on and continued to get his thrills from scaring kids and the occasional adult, too. Each scream that he garnered was like a thrill of adrenaline that went like a current through his system, drugging him to the point of an incredible high that was difficult to come down from. Could we get, could we get one more simile?
There's a shot of heroin to his veins.
One more simile in there. That's all I need. And that, he realized one chilly evening after returning from the evening scares, was what he was missing.
Oh,
I think
this is him thinking?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Why just go for the feeling when you can actually use the sauce itself?
Okay. And so...
I don't know either what I just said.
This is, again, a very metaphysical tale. And so, in the dead of night, over countless weeks, he experimented with batch after batch of stew, testing so many flavor combinations that it was almost too much. But success came at last, and it was perfect.
This
He thought to himself with glee.
is it.
The mayor was the first resident that Oogie tested the stew on at lunchtime the next day. The look on his face when he took that first bite made Oogie's confidence soar.
This.
The mayor proclaimed as he grabbed his bullhorn and walked outside to the stoop of town hall.
Is it? I just thought that.
Yeah. Is the best stew that I have ever tasted.
He put the bullhorn to his lips.
Everyone!
I feel like that should be, like, that has a weird sort of tension to it. He put the bullhorn to his lips.
Oh my God, Michael.
It's always coming to people's
Personal.
faces.
I can't even get mad at you either because I already talked about Oogie and giving Jack a handy. Like,
Well,
I can't even criticize you.
I'm thinking more like tension. It just feels like tense. He put the bull, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
he loaded the bullet into the gun.
Yeah. Everyone!
He shouted, his voice slightly cracking.
If you're looking for a treat from our very own town, you're in luck today. Oogie Snake and Spider Stew is exactly what you're looking for.
Didn't you listen to the song? From then on, Oogie's Snake and Spider Stew was a hit throughout Halloween Town. The local tavern, Spooks, was adamant about adding it to their menu after the mayor's announcement, and soon there wasn't a creature in town that didn't know about it and praise it whenever they saw Oogie on the streets. Finally, recognition, fame, a legacy. It was all his, and he made sure to make the most of the attention, almost as if he was a spooky star. Okay, so...
Like a star, but with the sheet over it.
So this is... So he was like, oh, I scare people, and that's cool, but what I really want is to make a good stew? Like, I'm very... It doesn't seem related, but okay.
Oogie Boogie's
becoming a
going to take you to
celebrity.
Flavor Town.
He's going to be an influencer by any means necessary.
Misha, would you take the one of the witch sisters, Helgamine?
Yeah. How do you make it, Oogie?
One of the witch sisters, Helgamine, asked in a high-pitched voice one night in the tavern as he popped in for a quick visit. That question made the others around her quickly quiet down from their different conversations.
Dad, take Zeldaborn.
Yes, do tell us.
Zeldaborn, the other witch, piped in with a cackle.
We're oh so curious to know.
They only have 2 friggin' witches in Halloween Town? Seems a little
Oh, there were like 3. There were 3. I
There were
specifically remember 3. Why is there only the other witch?
She just chose not to speak.
All right. We're oh so curious to know. Okay, there it is. That sounded sarcastic. Well,
Oogie started with a chuckle, trying his hardest to hide a wicked grin.
use a secret ingredient that involves more than just snake and spider.
The tavern rose up in a roar as different creatures tried their hand at guessing the elusive secret ingredient.
Everybody shut up.
After each guess, After each guess ended in failure, Oogie let out a roar of triumphant laughter.
Bro, this is too much.
He cried out as he held his belly. He took a stroll around the dining area. You're so much I'm having a heart attack.
My snakes and spiders are wiggling. What am I filled with? Like roaches and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you all should know that when Oogie cooks, he does a big yes I do.
Quinn, sorry, Molly, would you be one of the vampire brothers?
Sure. Well, then tell us, Oogie, if you're so proud of it all.
One of the vampire brothers said levelly.
What is the ingredient that makes this stew so delicious, so positively frightening?
With a look around to the eager faces, Oogie took a moment to relish in the mood of suspense before letting loose the answer. And the response was a far cry from what he thought it was going to be. The tavern went completely silent as the shock and horror of what came out of his mouth sank in. Maybe...
I mean, that comes out of his mouth a lot, right? Actual bugs.
It's gonna be love or something stupid like that.
Maybe it wasn't the best thing to actually say what it was. But before Oogie could even think twice about trying to turn it all into a joke, he was being chased by a mob toward the outskirts of town, the gate shutting with a harsh slam as the creature's cries rang out in the air. I guess this is people yelling.
Sick!
Weston!
Murderer!
I like the murderer.
The last one made the bugs in his belly boil with rage. Well, if the creatures of Halloween Town couldn't understand his motivations and reasoning behind his actions, then maybe they didn't deserve him as a part of their town. Looking out toward Curly Hill in the moonlight, a very brief pang of something foreign, sadness, guilt, who knew, went through him. With a vow, who knows? It's your story, man. You tell us. With a vow never to forget his sudden and cold exile, Oogie began the journey to what is today his lair, and thus he lives and continues to make his snake and spider stew. So, what was that oh-so-secret ingredient, you may ask, that had earned him such a sudden and harsh punishment? Well, if you ask the Halloween Town residents, they will tell you that the big reveal was a bluff just to get a reaction from everyone. But if you ask the boogeyman himself, he'll make no apologies nor feel an ounce of guilt about his actions. He would say with a cackle.
Wait, hold on. We didn't get that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. After all, the
He would
taste
say-
of you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Say it with a
Taste
cackle.
of you- the taste of human flesh is the best flavor of all. I put Soylent Green in my stew.
Yeah.
You would think that, like,
Wow.
if Halloween Town's all about scaring humans, like, to death or whatever.
They have literal vampires. in
Right.
the-
Yeah.
Like, what do the vampires eat?
Why are the vampires upset
Stew
about
would
this?
be a step too far. It's like, that's not scary. This is gross. Boogie, get out.
You're going to get a shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day to read. Please feel free to let me know how I did. I would love to hear from you, smiley face. GeorgyannWayson.
I think it's GeorgyannWayson.
Whatever.
You ain't going away,
You think we give a
son.
shit after that ending?
I don't think it was the worst thing we've read by far. I think it was
for
okay.
sure.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's just
First
kind
all
of
the way
pointless.
through. It's just a dumb ending.
I mean, it's darker than the actual thing, so I guess props to that. But
Yeah.
it's just kind of boring.
I think we should get Misha to read the 28-word one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sure.
Oh, I
sure.
can do that. Let's see.
only read the first sentence.
There's only I can't even put it in the reader because it's too short.
Okay.
Spitfire asked if one of the vampire brothers was Vampire Jamal's brother. Thank you for that long
lovely
callback there.
Why would he be brothers with a werewolf, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If I'm remembering Vampire Jamal.
Funnily enough, I literally
They both started human. One turned into a vampire. One turned into a werewolf. What is crazy about that? There's nothing crazy.
Funnily enough, I actually went back and put Michael's review from the Copenhagen interpretation on as a review. So,
Okay. Whenever you're ready, I have it ready to put in as a browser.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
All right. The Hidden Secret by Odd Couple Shipper 1415. Jack Skellington is Slenderman's son. That's why he is dead. Slenderman killed him. This is the story of how an enthusiastic and cheerful lad's life went terribly tragic. The end.
Wow.
I'm assuming it's like a fan theory or like headcanon or some weird ass
yeah.
shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
No,
synopsis.
you know what?
The synopsis is: how did a certain skeleton end up dead?
Which one? The skeleton.
Wasn't he once human? Didn't he have a family? This is the story of Jack's life before ruling the afterlife in Halloween Town.
The description has more words than the story. I counted.
Yep.
This is the sentence about how.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, what else?
I
There's a review.
love the review. The review is so great.
Oh, wait, what does the review say?
I, honest to God, was not expecting that. But the other night when I was watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, I tweeted, plot twist, Slenderman is Jack Skellington. Hashtag cool story, bro. Anyways, very nice. Very nice.
Wait, is the hashtag part of the tweet or in that for this review?
That's a really good question.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where the tweet starts and ends.
Somebody already posted the exact same review, huh?
Very nice is like to me that's like, you know, only like only mobsters looking at a pair of double D's would be like very nice, you know.
Very nice.
Okay, how long is Eternally Breathing? That one was pretty short too.
So that's
It is eternal.
It's a long one, but there's like chapters. The chapters are not too long, but this would be like another long story to get into. I don't know if that's something we want to do.
Eternally Breathing has
Mom.
only one chapter.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're
I was
thinking of
thinking
The Night
Before
Christmas.
Christmas, which is already the name of a famous poem. So
Yeah, I
they're
wonder if
really-
they know,
Really?
Yeah.
or if they think they're putting a spin
Michael's
on
frozen
Nightmare
again.
Before
What if
Christmas.
it's just the night before Christmas? Is it KNIGHT though?
No, just The Night Before Christmas.
Oh, they
Oh,
blew it.
Michael's fixed now. Damn it.
Yeah.
They
The
got him
hardest-
neutered.
The hardest part in finding these stories was finding ones that were not just finished. Like it's hard to find any that are finished, much less like any other aspect about them.
Well,
Right.
Well, that
Yeah.
one wasn't started. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good.
fanfic authors, much like artists, leave many things in their to-do pile.
I will say, I think The Night Before Christmas would be more fun to read if we just wanted to read a chapter.
Yeah,
Well,
one chapter of
we
it
have-
is shorter than the entirety of the others. So, what were you saying, Michael?
Shit.
Well, I was just gonna say we also do have a few weeks before it hits Halloween, so
That's
True,
true.
we
We
could
can.
space these out. Yeah.
We'll be streaming on All Souls Day. Not the Halloween. This is tragic.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, In a little bit, when Kitty gets off work, she has a story that's just an AI generated something or other. She'll explain it better, but she like started with a fic and then like ran it through 3 different AI generators.
Oh, I thought it was the Google Translate thing.
I think she tried that and then it ended up being too incomprehensible.
It's tough.
That's the United Nations, man.
Right? Yeah.
The other one we could do
That's why
is
everybody needs to speak Esperanto.
I'm not sure if you guys were interested in Chaotic Order, but that is the Twilight fan fiction that I think ends up being a crossover with like every other cartoon possible. But it is also it's very, very long. Even the first chapter is just really, really, really long. So
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna read. Oh, yeah, I forgot we had this one. You frickin' so and so.
Let's go to Galaxy Warriors, do a chapter of that, and then we'll do the AI thing, and then we'll see how much time we have.
that's good.
Okay.
I do not.
What chapter are we on?
3.
3. Okay.
Now, what is Galaxy Warriors?
Galaxy
In
Warriors
high school,
It's the one with
but for
Marie.
galaxies.
Oh. Huh? Go
Oh, right.
Galaxies.
And they're humans in this one, right?
There are
Right.
humans in this one, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
11/6/20. 2 reviews, 5 faves, 4 follows. Sonic's point of view.
No, we don't have Tracy.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it the other time. You
did?
guys can hear me okay? Can I? Yeah, I can be Sonic, kind of.
Sure.
Go for it.
I mean, I'm available to be Sonic.
Okay.
We're sure.
Go ahead.
We all are available to be Sonic.
Yeah, any
I
one
am
of us.
Sonic.
Okay.
Any one of us could be Sonic. Nah, I'm not as good
It's
at
not that
We
hard.
are Sonic.
it.
All right.
I'm Sonic, and so is my wife.
Well, today's the day where me and my crew go into space shuttle to go deep into space to investigate that nebula cloud. We all wore our favorite colored spacesuits to match our hair color.
You're gonna fucking find Nebula the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can feel it coming in the space tonight.
Let me look up Nebula the Hedgehog.
So if you're ready, we can switch these mics out. I use this one because it doesn't pick up your voice as much. All right, one second.
Oh, Nebula's a smoke
Kitty's
show.
gonna.
Really?
Lay down some
Are
sick
you
beats.
sure about that?
Kitty said she's joining us, but only if she gets to be Sonic.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we've already discussed it. We're all Sonic, so.
We could just each take turns saying each.
You said it, Sonic.
No, we're all just gonna have, like, we're all gonna record this dialogue at the same, like the same rhythm, and then we're gonna splice it all together and make a Borg-like Sonic. That's what
That
we're gonna
usually
do.
works great over Discord.
Yeah.
Well, obviously this would be happening later. God,
yeah.
Drew.
We'll do a fix it in post, Sonic.
Drew, Spitfire is accusing you of looking at hentai.
Wait, oh. No, I just oh.
I didn't know I was screen sharing.
No, I just Google image search Nebula, and she is clearly somebody's wet dream.
Yeah, she's this writer's wet dream.
Yeah, well, yeah.
By the way, hello, Kitty.
Hello,
Hi. Hello.
Okay.
Hello Kitty is not a sponsor.
We don't own Hello Kitty.
Do not.
Kitty, do you get that joke a lot?
So goddamn
Fuck
much.
you, dog. Fuck you, dog. However,
It's really great when like I'm in someone else's chat and there's a cat on screen and everyone types like kitty and I'm like yeah, and they're like oh hey.
All right. Back to it. Okay, guys. Got the oxygen checked? I checked mine while asking. Kevin was
All
Silver.
clear, Sonic.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I looked up what these characters were, by the way. So.
Okay.
was the answer just
no longer
lame?
be Emo Phillips.
Just imagine them being human versions of their anthropomorphized hedgehog versions.
Well, they're barely anthropomorphized, so
That
not
will
a
affect
problem.
my performance not.
Okay, good. Did we get Shadow?
You didn't say silver thumbs up, did you?
No.
Oh, sorry. Silver thumbs up.
Yes.
Shadow just
Is
nodded.
the verb there?
Yes,
Just
thumbs
now,
is
you
a verb.
said yes. Oh.
Kitty, can you be Amy?
Same here.
Amy said, "We entered the shuttle and closed the hatch door. I hope everything we learned before coming here to the academy will work."
It wasn't Trump Academy, so there's a good chance.
It's your line, though.
Ready to say hello to space?
No, I want to stay inside the ship, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Silver asked with his hand hovering over the airlock button.
Silver, no!
Silver asked since he'll be the pilot to control the ship like a driver.
Quote! Quote!
How good Grammarly was treating us.
You know what a pilot is, right? I better explain it.
More than life itself.
That's convenient.
No.
Shadow replied. This is just a voice on the speaker.
Oh, I can just. We're moving the tower from the shuttle. Counting down to liftoff.
The voice on the speaker spoke out. Outside, the tower moved away and the countdown began.
20 seconds to liftoff.
"This is it, guys," I said to the others.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The voice finished counting down and Silver started the thrusters, hearing the engines roar. The pressure was sure to be The pressure sure can be too much when taking off at this speed. Once out of the
Knocked
atmosphere,
unconscious?
we almost passed out. There's your answer.
Well, they should have done more training at fucking space.
Yeah. I didn't like riding on the spinny thing, so I skipped it every time. Oh, man. It's like feeling your body throw up from motion sickness.
This motion sickness is so much like motion sickness.
I breathed a little shallow.
Relax. Everything's better now.
Silver said, "Whoa, this looks just like the old videos my father showed me in his studies." I looked out the window to see planet Mobius 91.
That was
Wait,
fast.
does that imply that there are 91 planets in that system?
Yes.
They all
It does.
go back on each other, though.
And
It's all
apparently
one
they're
planet.
close as hell together.
Yeah.
Nice. I've always dreamed of being in space.
Amy said,
Now I'm setting course to the Nebula cloud.
Silver pressed some buttons.
Press.
Do you think it's haunted or deadly? I asked.
Those are the only two options.
You have not
Like
paid.
it's
There's
haunted
coffee
or
in that
deadly?
damn nebula. Come on.
In my experience, there's only two kinds of nebulas.
No one knows, but we're about to find out. If anything goes wrong, I'll just press this button so it can automatically send us back home.
Some fun.
Just one more
That-
home.
That question, by the way, about haunted or deadly is what I ask anytime I see a stray dog. It's haunted or deadly?
Silver said, heading west to that tiny yellow nebula cloud that's miles away.
Yes.
West in space.
I think that's actually the sun.
From my studies last night, I hear it's guarded by a deity or something. His name is Ghidorah. No one knows what's in. I'm thinking of Ghidorah. And remember, son, hail Ghidorah! No one knows what's in those clouds, but one said it had lightning and flashes like thunder clouds.
But it's miles away.
Yeah.
To the west.
Shadow explained. Impossible. Nebula clouds don't produce lightning. Can they? I asked.
Pretty sure
So
they
it's
can.
it's an unnatural one.
Amy said.
That's what she said. We're all getting close. I can't go in light speeds, so I'll have to go between slow and fast at the same time.
That's
Just hit
got to
the
be a
gas and the
quote.
brakes with both feet.
Like my dad's lawnmower, it has a slow and a fast bar and nothing else. So you just go slow or fast.
At the same
You go
time.
both of them together. Let's just hope that there's no monsters in that cloud.
Silver said, pressing the control panels to make the ship move a little fast towards that cloud.
A little. I'm just imagining this fucking same controls on my dad's lawnmower on this fucking spaceship. One's got a turtle, one's got a rabbit. Like, you know exactly what it's doing.
But they're anthropomorphized.
Yeah.
And then around the turtle and rabbit, a compass. Spins as you turn the ship, you know?
Yeah. Just then, I saw the stars shimmered like rainbows, like a sign for answers, and it's shimmering towards that golden nebula cloud. What? That's just crazy. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it too hard.
Whoa, something's wrong. Something is pulling us like a gravitational pull.
Teach them what it is. It can't just be exactly like the thing that
I
it is.
thought that was a joke. I thought you were making a joke.
it's
And then oh my God.
Silver said, unable to turn the ship around. Well, just press that button.
Yeah, it's the one that says home that makes you home.
It's just a little house button.
And go around that damn cloud.
Shadow suggested.
I can't. Something is pulling us toward that cloud. I can't get it to turn around.
Silver trying to press the buttons to get us out of there, but the ship is not responding.
Okay, so the shadow.
Yeah.
The legend is true. It's the deity of that cloud. Get us out now.
Shadow got up from the seat to help Silver.
I think she's
Push
trying
this
to.
button.
I think she's trying to get us in the cloud to kill us. Guys, do something.
Amy
I
freaking
think
out.
she's.
Amy.
It's Nebula the Hedgehog.
Sucking him in.
I'm trying, but we are getting way too close to that cloud. It's got lightning in it.
Silver screaming in fear.
Whenever it's those weird, like, the tense is just, it's like a gerund or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I picture Sonic suddenly turning into like a noir narrator, you know, like Silver screaming in fear, you know?
Yeah.
What's the word? Like jaded, very jaded, almost sarcastic.
The dame came into my office. Her legs from here to yaya.
That was like David Lee Roth noir.
Amy, get in that emergency room. Or I'll put you there. Sonic, take her now.
Take her now, Sonic.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Shadow ordered me.
I will move
Okay.
the cursor when you say the line.
Come on, Amy. I took her in the emergency room.
Gross.
You did not need to know this, Sonic.
Really glad there was a comma in there.
Yeah. We both saw our ship glowing from how close we are getting into that Nebula golden cloud.
Well, if this was a story from a homework project, they did not pay attention.
Yeah.
That's all.
There's a nebula miles to the west.
Just miles.
Hitting the auto button now.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Silver punched the button to get the ship out of here. Both he and Shadow. Both he and
I shit
Shadow
myself.
ran with us to the emergency room to get into safety. It's just if any kind of emergency, just get into that room.
The ship has a panic room.
no,
Everybody
it's an
in the
emergency
box.
room. They got fucking George Clooney in there doing all whatever he does.
He does a flow bee.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. But as soon as we got in, some energy bolts hit us all one by one, knocking us just as the door started to close. It felt,
Just one by one.
yep. It felt as if we got hit by tidal waves. I looked up as we got hit again, but this time knocking us out. The first one's knocked us, you see. That wasn't a typo.
And the third one knocked us up.
Everything went black.
Jeez.
There's supposed to be a transition sound there. I don't know who heard
It
it.
worked.
Yeah,
I
we heard it.
Yeah,
A lot
we
for
heard it.
Lex. Yeah.
It sounded like my phone alarm in the morning.
Sounds like a flip phone.
Did the stream hear it?
I think so. I saw it move. I don't know why my
To
sound
hell with
repeater
them.
isn't working for me to hear it, but that's fine. Whatever.
We don't care about the stream. We don't need
Sparkly
nothing.
noises. Sparkly noises, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
I woke up in a hospital bed with beeping monitors. Ugh! What the hell? I groaned, and when I sat up slowly, something didn't feel right with me. I felt something on my ass. I don't know. It's funny to hear Sonic say ass.
What? I thought that was a joke too.
No, it's real. Oh, this is great. This is great. I felt something on my ass, and as I turned around to see what it was a blue short tail.
God. They're going to be the fucking...
They were humanoid versions for a total of 2.5 chapters.
Yeah.
It's like the Fantastic Four, except
Yeah,
they
it is.
become anthropomorphic hedgehogs.
I guess so, yeah.
Infinitely
It's
better.
very
Thank
much
you.
like
Right.
that. Yeah. I wonder when this came out. What the
It was
hell?
1962.
Yeah. I freaked out, but fell out of the bed, but I managed to get up. Still in pain from that knockout, which I remember. Okay, now this is Nebula.
Oh, okay.
Misha,
Oh,
would you
gosh.
please take Nebula?
Or, whoa, you're awake?
A purple-haired woman with a chakra on her forehead, wearing a lab coat, walked in the room.
A chakra?
What is a chakra?
That's not what a chakra is.
Yeah,
No.
You're
I
thinking
did-
of third eye, you fool. You buffoon. You incredulous.
It's impossible to tell what they were thinking, right? Or do we have
I
a
mean-
picture?
I mean, I think, like, technically everyone has a chakra on their forehead.
Yeah.
Like, that's just one of the 7
That's
chakra
just one of the
points.
chakras, but you don't see it there.
I think they're implying third eye. Like,
My guess with it was they were thinking of chakram, which is like that circular weapon, and like, you know how like people will wear that, not a chakram, but they'll wear something that looks like a chakram as
I don't think this is Nebula.
You know?
You're all
I think
wrong.
it's
A
reading.
chakra is a chalk mothra drawn on someone's forehead.
Oh,
that would explain why we wouldn't know. Hail Gitera.
Well, I'm looking at hentai images of Nebula, and she doesn't
Oh.
have one.
Kevin, you don't. That's a private
She's
thing.
got tentacles. Oh, no,
my
that's not
God.
hers. Never
Let me
mind.
just
Oh my
briefly
God.
give my guess, and then we'll move on. I think it's that symbol of the hand with the fingers like going out, and it's got the eye. That's what I think
Yeah,
they thought
okay.
was a chakra.
okay.
all right.
Whoever this is, it's Misha's character. We'll find out eventually.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Purple-haired woman with a chakra on her forehead, wearing a lab coat, walked into the room. Where the hell am I, and where are my crew? I backed away. So much fear and anxiety getting into me.
Shouldn't stand into that fear and anxiety leak.
Your crew is okay, and they were also in a state of panic, the same way you woke up like this. I don't want to freak you out, but something happened to you four.
It's definitely Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, "What do you mean, and where am I?" I asked seriously.
Not joking like before.
I know that was a weird sentence, but I mean it.
You're back on planet Mobius 91, and you're in the Galactic Academy Hospital, where me and my lady friends nurse students. My lady friends specifically.
What?
It's a very gendered role.
we don't have like
And?
medical training or anything. It's just something me and my lady friends like to do.
And,
Don't
well,
talk about my fucking lady friend.
you have to look in this mirror.
She handed me a mirror.
Good.
When I
That's
snatched
that
the
on my
mirror,
ass.
when I snatched the mirror, I saw my human ears are gone, and I have blue cat-like ears on my head. Ah!
That's what stood out to you, not the fact that you're a fucking hedgehog. That you just like ears.
Just the ears.
Just the ears.
I dropped the mirror, and it shattered on the floor.
Well, I guess we don't really know, right? It could just be the ears have changed,
Well,
which
then,
would be weird.
okay,
but-
no, I take umbrage with that because Why would he have a tail?
We should keep reading.
let's keep
I'm
reading.
sure it'll get explained.
What the hell happened to me? I'm an alien. I freaked out when I touched my blue cat ears on my head. They feel real when I moved my cat ears.
Actually, you're still a human, but with a blue tail and cat-like ears.
Oh.
Your friends freaked out the same way. I checked your internal body, and apparently they are still normal.
Felt around in there.
The body that lives in you. I checked it. It's okay.
Okay, now we find out who this is.
I don't see anything else wrong with you four, but maybe those 2 things on you is not that bad.
It's
You're a
three. There's
freak.
2 ears and a tail.
You're a freak, but whatever.
I also checked out your mom. I also checked out your mom's internal body last night. If you know what I'm saying.
The person who lives in her. Yes, I know.
Did you say she assured
brother.
me? There was a lot going on there.
Sorry.
She assured me. I looked at her ID badge, and her name is Blaze. Blaze? Can you take me where my friends are, please? That was a statement, actually. Blaze, can you take me where my friends are, please? I want to make sure they're okay.
Could have been a rhetorical question.
Very well. Evo Robotnik is tending to them.
Shock.
And now I think I was right in her assumption that it was a third eye, and she called it a shock, or in the assumption because Blaze has that little red dot on her head.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
that's
she
not-
was thinking
That's, I mean,
Whatever. Blaze brought me to
Thing on
my
her head.
friends. The
That's
end
it.
Thank God.
of the section.
No.
We went into the lobby room, and there was a man with a mustache from 19th century stood there with Amy, Shadow, and Silver.
We had it carbon dated.
This is a mustache from the 19th century. I've had it in my family for generations.
There's my father's and my father's before his.
They too had new ears and short tails, but something was also very different to them. Silver's hair grew longer, Shadow's pale peach skin was now a little tan, and Amy's body was like she had a perfect hourglass figure like a grown woman.
Oh my
No.
God.
Looks
Oh
for
my
a mature
God.
woman.
Boom!
The last sentence is going to be, and I swear, Judge, that's how it happened.
And for us 3 men, we got a little muscular too.
Oh my God, I hate this fucking story.
Oh, Sonic, thank goodness you're alive.
Amy cried out when she saw me. Spitfire says 700 days crossover.
Now wait, I've
They're
got a
gonna
question.
swim
Why
out to
was
the-
Sonic being held separately from like these 3? Wouldn't it make
I
sense
don't
to
know.
keep them all contained?
I think
Like-
Sonic just hadn't woken up yet. I think he was the last
He
to
was,
wake up.
yeah.
I think
yeah. He's a sleepyhead. This is my line. Okay. Yeah, and, well, something very different happened to us for Silver. Your hair grew. That's like the least interesting thing that happened. I noticed how
we
his
were in
hair
a coma
looked
for
long.
16 years.
Yeah. I noticed how his hair looks long to his waist.
His waist did not like the way his hair looked.
Yeah, but not just my hair.
Wink.
I got these I got these strange glowing circular marks on my hands.
He's a signer. He showed me his circular glowing teal green
Place your
hands.
finger into my palm.
His hands are
Yeah.
circular now too.
I really
Yeah.
want. We need to just bring back somebody to draw all of this stuff as it's being said.
I know. He's like a Nintendo 64 character. His hands are just balls.
Yeah.
So his
Kinda
balls
like-
got bigger too.
Kind of like a tattoo. Cool. I said.
I look like I've gotten a tan from the exposure.
This is so arbitrary. If the author wanted the characters to look like this, why didn't she just make the characters look like this?
I know.
Don't know.
Because she's got to slowly transform them into the actual Sonic
It's
characters.
just seen Fantastic Four. Let's not kid.
Yeah, that's I think that's what happened.
But then everybody else also has to turn into animals too. So it's like, hey guys, do you want to say hi to space like we did? And then you can also have hair
Yeah.
longer and cat
Get in
ears
the
and stuff, but
fucking
also
ship,
longer hair.
I think their catchphrase just needs a little bit of work. I think it would work better if it was like "shake hands with space." We'll keep workshopping.
How about reach out, touch
Yeah.
space?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good. Shadow looked at himself.
Who has the very sad and upset kitty meowing in the background?
Yeah, she's
actually
us.
loving it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
that's Mavis. She's rolling around.
oh,
Got it.
She's just rolling around on her back and like flipping around and screaming.
Yep, that's what she does.
She on the nip.
Shadow looked at himself. Then he noticed red streaks on his hands, on his wrists and ankles. Those nurses, they really tied you down for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It was pretty hot. I can't deny.
Whoa, they are like red streaks from your hair.
That's
I
not at all what they're
observed.
like.
Sort of like tattoos, too.
Shadow said.
We need more tests on you for.
Blaze said.
You said there's nothing wrong with us.
Amy said.
We should be okay.
You suddenly have new ears and a tail, and you're like, oh, there's nothing wrong. We're good. We're good.
We're fine.
We just examined the internal body. There's way more.
We should be okay, despite the tails and ears and other transformation fashion makeover.
What?
Despite the tails and ears and other transformation makeover.
Yeah.
Who wants to be Robotnik?
I like doing Robotnik.
Okay.
If there's wait, did I say Silver said?
No.
Silver said, just so you know.
Silver said.
If there's anything that's strange, let us know. Robotnik said as he and Blaze left us for alone. Man, that cloud didn't even kill us, but mutated us like a joke or a fashion look?
The mutated cloud wants cat toys, damn it!
I said, testing my tail to wiggle it.
It's like we're
Nebula
dogs.
drew a dick on my face.
Amy giggled.
But I don't understand why that cloud gave us ears and tails. It's like we look like Gajinkas.
Gajinkas.
Gesundheit.
Gajinka a thing?
I guess it must be. Let's see.
Let me.
How
Is that what Velma from Scooby Doo says?
how
Is
many
it just
hentai
a cat
results
boy?
come up? Okay,
It's just-
a Gajinka is most often a fan redesign of an animal-like character in a human or humanoid form. So they're breaking the
Why
fourth
would-
wall.
Okay. So they started out
They're
as
working
full
backwards.
humans
All
and
right.
they ended up as human redesigns based on
There's no way they would call themselves Gajinkas
Yeah.
unless Yeah, it's stupid.
Shut up, you weeb, Silver said. Silver said, touching his cat-like ears. Yeah, and they feel a little furry, but we still have our human skin color, right? Am I right? I mean, am I right?
Who's with me, guys?
I asked nervously.
At least we're not black, am I right?
Shadow is.
Yeah, Shadow's tanned, remember?
Slightly tan. I mean,
Slightly tan.
Yeah. You three accept me.
Shadow said. But what about when we show our faces at the academy like this? I wondered. Amy?
Oh, sorry. I was playing with Larry. I'm sure they'll just think we are still humans. It's very rare for those who look human but also have alien features.
Amy chuckled nervously. And man, what would my family think when they see me like this? Oh God. I paced back and forth from all the stress and overthinking situation happening in my head.
Overthinking situation happening.
We can figure this out, guys.
Silver said, looking at the mirror some more.
Silver's just flexing in the mirror.
Yeah.
How? I look like half animal and a half. Oh my god. I look like a half animal and a human at the same time. What's next? A full moon to make us go werewolf alien to hunt at night? Huh? Is that what's next?
no, I think the
I'm
moon
gonna
is
there, Shadow.
further to the east.
A few more miles to the east.
Yeah.
To be fair, it would be some miles to get to a nebula.
It would.
Some amount of
least a
miles.
mile, yeah.
That is true.
Shadow sat down angrily at the table.
Oh, I like how it made you guys a little muscular, like an action hero, and me, a fully perfect hourglass body figure woman.
Oh my god.
Fully perfect hourglass body figure woman.
That's what they fucking call me.
I'm gonna
That's what it says on the action figure.
go
Yeah.
jump off my balcony.
Body figure woman.
This is done.
yeah, good. Yeah. Amy said, you got a point there. When we first met, you guys were a little scrawny.
Fuck you!
Dot. The same way I was, too. No offense. I said.
Well, at least I don't have a visible gut anymore. So what was I? Was I scrawny or did I have a gut?
Yeah, make up your mind. Let's just enumerate how imperfect everyone was.
You were scrawny everywhere except for your gut.
Yep, your gut.
I'm really excited for my line.
Okay.
We
Silver
should see Miles
said,
to. Yeah, we should see Miles to check our internal bodies to make sure there's no mutations happening in the DNA.
I don't trust this bitch and her lady friends. We need to get some Miles.
Yeah.
Shadow suggested. You mean that young blonde kid who is smart with mechanic
Not
engineering?
Blondie.
It's Blondie, kid.
Oh, yeah. You mean that young blondie kid who is smart with mechanic engineering? I asked.
Oh, he'd be
Yeah.
perfect for a DNA test. Yeah.
Yes, that's Miles.
Shadow said.
How many of this Blondie kid is it to the Nebula? Oh,
Yeah. We forgot to Miles's lab, and there stood a young teen with blonde hair in a ponytail and lab coat. He put his ponytail in a lab coat. That's cute.
Why couldn't he have two ponytails? Come on, you freak. Give him two ponytails.
Yeah, it should be.
I'll take
And
Miles.
then wouldn't it be pigtails?
Wait, has Drew had a voice?
But Tails has two tails, so it would.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for Knuckles to show
Right.
up.
But I'm just saying.
They're
I'm
not
just saying,
pigtails. Pigtails are on the side of the head. If a double ponytail would just be from the back of the head.
Knuckles. It doesn't seem like Knuckles is going to show up this chapter.
All right, I will be Miles, please.
Okay, Dad, are you okay with that?
That's that voice.
Which one is Idris Elba?
Knuckles. That's why Drew is waiting for him.
I know. I'm so psyched. Oh well. Is it? Did you already read the? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's some new look you guys have. Nurse Blaze wasn't kidding when you guys got. Well, you know what I mean.
Miles said.
Miles has a much deeper voice than last time I heard.
I know.
Okay.
I'm also beginning to think Nebula the Hedgehog is very sexist. All the women are nurses. The only doctor is the evil villain.
And all women should have the perfect hourglass figure. woman body.
Like an adult woman would, yeah.
Yeah.
And men should look like action figures.
Can you run some tests on us?
Sure. Hey, is that the son of
What?
Jules?
Whoa, brother.
We never got a shadow ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shadow asked.
Sure thing. Hey, is that the son of Jules?
Miles noticed me. He noticed me, finally. Yeah, that's me, I said.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Miles Prower, by the way.
He said.
Sam says the other tail is in his pants.
Spitfire says, does the human version of him have like two asses?
Well, that's how you get to his internal body.
Sonic, I said.
Wait, huh?
That was his name.
But did someone say, what is your name? Or he just yelled out his own name?
Oh, he's introducing himself.
You said I'm Miles Prower, and Sonic said, Sonic.
Okay.
He
Okay.
was just cursing. Sonic!
Now, let's get started.
He took out a syringe.
So
Whoa.
wait, they haven't met him yet. Somehow they trust him enough, even though he's like a mechanical engineer.
Yes.
To do a DNA test, yes. It makes as much sense.
Well,
as
no,
the
they're
rest of the
having him
story.
their internal bodies to see if the DNA was mutated.
Yeah.
They trusted him
Yeah.
to make the go home button, so.
I don't understand what you're confused about. That's very clear what's happening here.
He's a mechanical engineer. Why does he have a syringe?
A mechanical
It's a double
syringe.
helix. That's a mechanical thing.
It came with my Rompo Peel.
The flavor injector. Let's get you guys ready.
You guys want teriyaki or mesquite?
Whoa. What are you trying to do? Inject a drug? I freaked out when he did that.
Sonic paid attention in Dare.
Don't you dare inject me with the weed.
No, to take blood samples to see your DNA. That cloud you encountered, it could be some side effects if it altered your DNA.
Miles said. Oh, okay then. I calmed down and sat on the table. Miles held my arm.
You were doing the thing that we came here for you to do. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Miles held my arm and took a sample of my blood to check it in the microscope.
Do that.
Is it good or bad or in between? I asked.
You can tell just by looking at DNA.
Oh my god,
Look,
that's.
DNA can only go
500
fast
power
or
microscope.
slow,
I can
okay?
see your
We're not
nose.
gonna see it without a fucking electron microscope or some
Even then,
shit.
like, you're not going to be able to see anything. It just looks like a molecule.
Whoa, that G is totally where a C should be. There's something wrong
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Look, he's obviously just blowing smoke up their ass. He's a mechanical engineer. I know about DNA. Like, obviously, Blaze called down and was like, "Look, these guys want to see you about taking their DNA samples," and he's like, "Okay, I'll just."
Well, you know
He's
what?
like-
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So far, it looks okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there something?
No, you're good.
you're
You're
Okay.
good.
Okay. So far, it looks okay, but there's something deep in your cells. They're forming some kind of bioelectricity in you? Yeah, that's it.
Miles observed through the microscope. Bioelectricity? What does that mean? Am I being fried by electricity? I asked.
No, you stupid mutant. You're generating electricity. In other words, you're like a living battery.
Miles said. Is that bad? I asked nervously.
No, is that battery? No, not for you, but it could overcharge electronics, I think.
You think?
Look,
No, you don't
mechanical
question.
engineer, what are you doing here?
You don't question. You think. You think. That's definite. You state it.
Therefore, I am Miles.
Miles said. Meaning? I couldn't understand science.
That's a nice little quote too.
That's the best, like, that's the most, like, honest, true sentence in its whole
I
life.
know so many students like this. It's just.
Like frying all electricity like a blackout.
Miles said.
It's like an EMP, not like a blackout. Jesus.
Okay, yeah, right.
Do you think that deity cloud gave us superpowers or something?
Silver asked.
Miles, run some tests on us like a scanner of our internal body, like pulses, heartbeats, anything.
Like pulses, like heartbeats, like cardiac activity.
Sperm count, anything.
Especially on Amy. I want to see Amy's sperm count.
Spitfire says,
Super fast.
I couldn't understand science was an author's note.
I do not share Nebula the Hedgehog's views on science.
Miles, I want to get Amy's measurements fast.
Shadow said, but something unexpected happened. He disappeared out of nowhere and then reappeared on top of me and fell on me. Ugh, the hell? I groaned when he's on my back.
You can teleport.
Amy gasped. Then something else happened. All the objects are floating on its own, but I saw Silver's circular marks on his hands glowing teal green. Is he the one doing that?
Wow. I can move objects without touching them.
He looked at his hands. I pushed Shadow off my back. Silver had a hard time controlling his telekinesis, I think. I looked at Amy, but something was odd about her. I see her clothes, but not her bare body parts.
It's literally the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Amy? I can't even see her.
Sonic, I can't see myself.
Amy got panicked. Dumb girl. I looked like it was just hovering clothes.
I can't stop floating these objects.
Just who cares? Walk away.
It's just like a pencil and a paper clip. I can't stop it.
No.
Silver
the objects
freaked out, which made him uncomfortable. No.
Nope.
Hold on. Okay. All right. I've scouted out the sentence. I think I can do this. Silver freaked out, which made him uncontrollably made the objects about to hit all of us. Watch out for the paperclip, guys. But I unexpectedly saw something like time has stopped, but the objects in the air are slightly moving towards my crew. I ran and moved the objects aside and placed them back where they were standing before. My crew were still standing still like statues still. That last still was... I'm sorry. It's like I have super speed to go through time and space or something. But how do I stop this? Okay, deep breath, Sonic. You're in a fluffy cloud relaxing on a soft and cotton cloud.
Diamond toilet paper.
So one cloud is on top of another cloud, and you're in the top one.
My
Got it.
inner
Wow.
body is inside a cloud, and inside that cloud is a cloud.
We're all 9 miles north of Earth.
Then everything started to go back to normal, and I saw them move to normal, but also looked confused like they never saw me move so fast in the blink of an eye.
Really?
What happened?
Miles was shocked. I ran so fast, time around me went very slow. You guys were motionless while just standing still. I explained.
I'm often motionless while I stand still.
Yeah. It took a few seconds for Miles to come out of his shock reaction.
Hello, it's good to be back. The Nebula
Shock
cloud
reaction
aroused.
abating in 5, 4.
The Nebula cloud altered your DNA, guys.
Oh shit.
Duh.
I'm a mechanical engineer. I can tell you that.
It has? I said.
Oh, yes, you thick idiot. And you need a lot of training to control them properly.
He continued. Who's going to train us? I asked. Miles?
He's our gym trainer that teaches humanoid aliens with powers and help them learn how to control them.
Okay, now can you just say Knuckles?
Oh, I'm sorry. Knuckles. He's our gym trainer. Yeah, I was talking about him before. He's going to control your powers and then learn
Yeah.
to control how to learn them.
Yeah. Miles said, all right, thanks, Tails. I thanked him.
Wait, what? Wait, Tails? Oh,
No.
That is
We're
your
gonna
line.
find out.
He asked.
Tails.
Well, your ponytail. I chuckled. We all froze and the credits rolled.
No one's ever given me a nickname. I've never had friends before.
The life of a mechanical engineer who does DNA testing is very lonely.
Lonely.
Tails said.
An inspiration of them having hedgehog ears and tails like gajinkas.
There you go.
Every animal with a tail, it moves due to their emotions they feel. Same for ears when they hear something. They perk up in alarm or swiftly move due to sharp hearing than a human's. They've observed my dog and all animals of their behaviors by their ears and tails.
I've observed all animals.
And so I decide to give these human characters hedgehog ears and tails, and of course their powers.
All right. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, I thought they were cat ears. Like they
Yeah.
kept describing them as such over
I
and over.
thought
and over
Shadow's
again.
No.
power was that he could skate really well. Like,
Yeah.
I have a theory about this story. I think it was written with refrigerator magnets, and this last paragraph is just what was left over.
Right.
I'm really concerned that Grammarly actually improved Nebula's writing. Like, I think that's a ringing endorsement of Grammarly.
Okay.
Sponsor us, please.
So did you send this to Misha?
No, I just sent it directly to you.
Okay. And this is different from what's up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just downloading something real quick. So this story is called Two Clumsy Uncles Loving to the Beat.
Oh.
A short story by Gapamir 1995 and Chezmerelda Thunderdome, who has apparently infected an AI of some kind.
Yeah.
What's
so
the story here?
usually I get Chezmerelda's stories like in a weird, funny way, but this one was actually just attached as a rider on a bill and passed through Congress.
Oh wow!
So yeah, she got this. She got this one all the way to the top. I'm very proud of her somehow. What she did to do this was she got two AI robots who like to write stories and pitted them against each other. She started with a real fanfic written by Gapamir 1995. So like the first part of this is a real fanfic by Gapamir, and then Chezmerelda just let the robots fight it out against each other and finish it. But it's not finished yet. She might do more.
It's basically how Deep Dream works. It's cool.
There were a few times I believe the robots just like held on to an idea too hard and had to be like nudged away from that idea. So see if you can find those moments.
I don't know. Okay.
Two Clumsy Uncles Loving to the Beat. A short story by Gapamir 1995 and Chezmerelda Thunderdome. Spacytchi. Is that like are people gonna yell at me for pronouncing this wrong?
No, but I do think it is Spacytchi, right? Or no?
You know, your guess is as good as mine. I was led to believe
this is played by Kevin Spacey, so that's probably it.
I was led to believe this was a
we shouldn't read that.
Tamagotchi crossover with Veggie Tales. So we'll see.
Whoa.
Okay.
So
Spacytchi.
Short, why, long. Okay, Spacytchi had always been trying to take over Tamogotchi planet, but to no avail. His brothers Akaspecchi and Pipospecchi helped him out on those plans. But this time, he had come up with a plan that he thought would really succeed. Spacytchi had an important discussion.
Spitfire is asking if Spacytchi is a kind of pasta.
Yes, and it's delicious.
Seems like it.
Okay, Dad, do you want to take this? Take Spacytchi?
We don't know anything about the character, right?
No.
In my greatest plan yet, I'm going to ruin Mamichi's reputation by making the whole town see him as an evil nimwit. That way, he'll never be popular again, and everybody will bow down to me.
In other words, we could make him look like a whore.
Like a whore.
Who wants Kitty? Kitty doesn't want any of them. Okay. Who wants to be Akaspecchi?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Just by ruining one Tamagotchi's reputation?
Asked Akaspecchi.
Oh, yes,
said Spacytchi.
Everybody will think I'm the best individual in Tamagotchi Town by then.
Pipospecchi realized that he could try I think I'm pronouncing these different every time. That he could try ruining Loveland's reputation as well.
Look,
Okay.
Hippo, I only have time to ruin Mamichi's reputation. After that, we have to study for a test tomorrow.
Spacytchi reluctantly agreed to that.
Spacytchi doesn't get any lines. Like,
yeah, I'm imagining him like Harpo. He's just honks. Spitfire asks, who's going to voice Poo Poo Peachy? Okay, who is speaking here?
This is.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah, this is.
Spacytchi.
Yeah.
Spacytchi?
Yeah.
Okay, people. You two stay right here and study. I will be right back.
He said. So Spacytchi left. Spacytchi found a perfect Mamichi disguise laying around and put it on.
Just lying around.
Perfect.
To his surprise, well, I mean, maybe it's like, maybe he went to the Halloween store and maybe Mamichi is like, Trump
popular,
or something. Like
yeah.
they've got a mask there, yeah. To his surprise, it had a voice changer that could imitate Mamichi's voice.
He's describing a deep fake. Does this take place in?
No, it's Mission Impossible too.
Oh,
That's what's.
Okay, now we need. Should we
Mamichi.
have whoever's going to voice Mamichi voice Spacytchi with his voice changer to?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll be Mamichi.
Okay.
With this disguise, I look and sound just like Mamichi.
He said, and then laughed maniacally.
Let's do this thing. Everything will go to hell.
They said and attacked.
Yeah.
It was the perfect plan. They did it, and they ruined Mamichi's reputation in the end. Mamichi was so angry at them that he refused to speak to anybody, not even to his wife. He made the whole town sick with his supercilious attitude.
Supercilious.
Slow down, robot.
yeah. Are we in the robot phase now?
The robot absolutely wrote his supercilious attitude.
Mamichi's new restaurant opened at midnight. Mamichi and his crew were there for their opening. Right at midnight, they had a beautiful success. The whole town was there cheering them. Everyone, employee, boss, waiter, and client, was crying out loud for food and wine. Employees and boss alike wept tears of joy.
Food, wine.
The restaurant was packed. It's a true underdog story, right? Because Mamichi's reputation was totally ruined. Then he opened this restaurant. Tons of food, wine, and stories were there. It was a great night. Then Mamichi asked,
I told you, right, everybody? This place is about to close. I've hired all the new employees for the night.
Mamichi!
They all yelled.
I've done what you asked me to do.
You have my total attention now.
He answered and got on the microphone.
I wore everything you told me.
Everything that you worked so hard for tonight, that's it. I'd rather get eaten by my real brothers than serve any food or drink to these nitwits. Get out! Get out! Get out of here!
And they all left in a hurry. Mamichi said,
Well, let's eat.
That's how I end, like, after angry. And they all sat down and ate. A lot. They had a party for 20 minutes. And Mamichi said,
Well, that was fun.
And he got up to leave.
Love
Then
Fox
he saw
so much.
I have a headcanon here. This is still Spacytchi in disguise, where it said he planned the perfect attack.
yeah.
This is the execution of the perfect attack.
Okay.
Then he saw a beautiful girl standing right in front of him, holding a phone.
Who is this?
He demanded, punching his own head.
How could I not have seen this?
He wondered.
The one who is responsible for this
Is.
She read the messages.
That girl. What have you done?
Oh, Jinx!
Asked Mamichi.
So who's the girl? We need someone to be the girl.
Okay.
I'll do it. I don't care.
Molly doesn't have a yeah.
Molly, be the girl.
All right. No, that is me. Okay.
Yeah.
I've ruined a whole town. I've messed up their reputation. I've ruined people's lives. You don't deserve a single one of them.
She answered.
What are you talking about? Your life's work has taken the whole town down. I worked so hard for the last 10 years, and I finally made a name for myself. This proves that I am a character worth serving.
I never wanted to do anything but serve.
She yelled.
And now you destroyed everything. You're the reason why my life is ruined. You were the worst thing that could happen to a girl like me.
Your supercilious attitude.
Hey!
He snapped, not believing her.
I didn't do this. I've had plenty of time to kill, but I haven't had the courage to do so. Not until I met you, anyway. That's why I haven't given up yet.
What's going on?
Plenty of time to kill.
Well, I worked hard for the last 10 years. Plenty of time to kill.
Greatest shit I've ever read. Oh my god. Oh yeah? You've been waiting for me forever?
She yelled back.
Look at me. You tell me that I have a chance to get out from this tiny room right now. But there's so much love for you all over the world that the years of loneliness haven't driven me insane yet. You're the one thing that has gotten me through my life. What's more, I know you're lonely. What kind of person is that?
This girl is like straight out of a Tennessee Williams play. Like, having her own sort of breakdown here.
Yeah.
Don't talk back to me like that.
He yelled.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. The computer wrote this, I swear.
You're just a stupid tomboy with a childish face, and I've never been so in love. So what right do you have a personality? To have ideals? I won't listen to you. What kind of man is that?
Wait, what?
What kind of girl is that?
She yelled back.
Okay.
I don't know
Is
which
this
one of them
still
is
her?
saying this at this point. I think this is you. Go
I
ahead.
think it's her.
Molly, go ahead.
All right. You're beautiful, you know that? I'd rather be in the same room as you. After all, I'm the one who is doing the serving, not you. What are you talking about? You're the one who's lost his mind. How can you think that way?
This is still her.
Really? Oh my God, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god damn it.
Yeah, she's going. Let her go.
The truth is that my life's work has taught me one thing, my friend. Friday guy, really, true love is the most precious treasure on earth. That's why I've left you all this time.
She screamed.
She's always at a 10. She's always at the top volume.
Is this maybe a comeback?
Oh God, no! I think it's
No,
still her.
no,
it's still her. Keep it
I'm
going.
going. You can't really love me as a person. I'm not important enough. I don't know why you can't let go of me. If you only love me as your friend, then we could be great friends. That's why I'm just waiting for you to come back. Come back and let me know that you're still alive. Show me that you haven't forgotten about me. Come back and save me from this prison.
It's a metaphor, or
I don't know. I don't know why they just keep calling it the girl when her name is obviously either Blanche or Stella, right?
Right.
hey, gentlemen, callers!
Mamichi's face was grim as he realized what she was saying.
I understand.
He said,
But you can't come here anymore. Now that you know the real me, I can't help it. If you don't like it, then that's up to you. But that is the truth.
I'm right.
she shouted.
Oh, no, okay. Is it because you want me to have you back?
No, you've been wrong all this time. I never love her. Wait, I never love her.
Yeah.
She's something. She's nothing but an annoying little girl. Why are you so blind?
I'm not blind!
Who is saying this?
Who is saying? I think this is Mamichi.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were the one who liked me as a friend. Why have you been treating me this way for so long? You never let me get close to you. You used to love me, and now you're just getting rid of me. There's something else out there who loves you just as much as I do. Maybe she's a little younger than you, but she is smarter than you, and...
They both realized what was really happening here.
Because I really don't know what's happening here.
Yeah,
It's quite clear.
I believe this was the part where Chezmerelda had to stop the robot from arguing and just arguing endlessly and try to get the story back on track.
Spacytchi was still at the restaurant. He had no intention of letting Mamichi get away from this argument unscathed. All he wanted was to take over Tamogotchi Planet and ruin Mamichi's reputation by making him feel guilty for the rest of his life.
But you already did.
This is Spacytchi.
Don't let Mamichi kill your pride.
He cried. He looked around to
Let me
see
do
if
that
his...
again.
Okay.
Don't let Mamichi kill your pride.
He cried. He looked around to see if his brothers, Spacytchi and Spacytchi, were still in the building. But he didn't see them, so he kept yelling back at the fighting couple.
Don't let him ruin your life.
Spacytchi shouted.
Honey, let him
No.
come.
This
This
is Stella or Blanche.
Honey, let him come!
She shouted back.
I have to have him back! He's the one who loves me! And I have to know what's the truth! You'll never let me forget him if he doesn't come back! Come back, Mamichi! Let me love you!
And she tells him. Meanwhile, Spacytchi's brothers, Spacytchi and Spacytchi, were now outside of the building. They looked like they were about to run away. Couldn't look at Mamichi and think of him like that. They ran over to the car that Mamichi drove, the old one with the key in the ignition. But the key wasn't a car key, so they had to jumpstart the car before they could drive away. It was a risky situation, but the brothers were smart enough to know that. The brothers drove the car to the road, and it was far enough away from the restaurant to make Spacytchi forget about the food. They hoped they could come back to the restaurant later to eat their delicious scampi.
Spacytchi?
But right as the brothers got to the side of the road, Mamichi and his two dogs appeared. Spacytchi jumped out of the car and started yelling for Spacytchi, but as he did, the dogs chased them down.
Spacytchi, please come back,
said Mamichi.
If you don't, I'll be forced to use force.
Oh. I don't think he's supposed to keep going.
So you.
Yeah, he pulled tightly on the dog's leash and focused on Spacytchi before he taunted. It was funny walking by you and always annoying you, even when you weren't hungry. It was hilarious to make your life miserable, even after I realized that I had gained the power of an archdemon. Now that I have been freed of that curse, now that my life has become as glorious as I knew it could be, I have the money, the women, the cars, the fame, and the power to teleport.
Oh my god, he ran into the Nebula! That's what it is!
I want to put a little asterisk and have it be like, see issue 327.
Yeah.
Spacytchi looked for an opening to escape the dogs. Spacytchi stared at his brother's bitter expression and looked at the two dogs who had their tails between their legs. One of them looked back at him. Mamichi continued his monologue.
Ka-kaboom! Is this what you wanted, Akaspetchi? The kawaii world of Akasu Puchi! Is this what you wanted? I give up! The food is ruined. Just go so that you can be happy. I don't want to drag you into this mess anymore. That was a lesson I'll never forget.
Suddenly, Spacytchi appeared.
Where did you come from?
Akaspetchi exclaimed. Mamichi slowly turned around. He had no intention of letting the brothers go. As he looked at the dogs, who were now far away, he realized that they were getting the hang of this weird thing called teleporting.
I don't need my dogs anymore, so I release them to you.
It is weird how much this is overlapping with the Nebula story, Mamichi said with a smile, releasing the last two angry dogs on the Spacytchi and Spacytchi. The brothers ran as fast as they could into the old car to try to escape. As the brothers ran, they heard Tom calling.
Tom calling.
They ran. They ran and ran and ran. They didn't give up, though. They still knew what they had to do. That car with the key in the ignition is many miles to the west. Keep that in mind. So they came back and ran until they came to a fire hut. That was their only hope to escape. So the brothers ran inside the fire hut.
Who was Spacytchi?
Nobody.
We never had a
They didn't get any lines until now.
Spacytchi's first
I
line.
never had a Spacytchi. Okay, I'll be Spacytchi. Should we go back for Akka?
Oh, Akka was the first name of somebody.
Yeah,
not
Akaspetchi.
Yeah, Akaspetchi.
Yeah, Akaspetchi. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kevin said AKA, and I assumed
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what it was, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Wait until you keep reading.
Spacytchi.
Now this is Spacytchi.
Did you say it though? Ask people Spacytchi?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Replied Spacytchi.
it's already too late. Mamichi could have teleported him anywhere by now. We can't bail, and bail would mean our death.
I hate jumpers. I'm gonna go look for him.
Said Spacytchi.
We will look for him.
You just said
Spacytchi.
you wouldn't.
Not bailing, I'm going to look for him.
The two brothers set out to look for their missing sibling while staying hidden from Mamichi and the dogs.
The stars are going to come out soon, boys.
Spacytchi thought to himself.
The stars are going to come out soon.
Who is he addressing?
I did it to myself twice.
Talk to himself.
He followed the True Brock rule of direct address.
Yeah, if there's a direct address, you have to repeat the clause before direct address.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Oh!
Spacytchi and his brother, Spacytchi, woke up under a tree, having left the fire hut to look for their other brother, Akaspetchi, a.k.a. Akka.
That's a quote, come on. That's delicious.
Spacytchi was hungry. He saw a bird up in the sky, and he threw rocks at the bird until he finally hit it. And it crashed into the lake with a loud splash that woke up Spacytchi.
Was it a crane?
Oh my god.
Spacytchi was splashed with water and jolted awake. Spacytchi had jumped into the water to retrieve the bird. When he swam back with their breakfast, Spacytchi spoke
Clutched
up.
in his teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all Tamogotchi, so I don't know, like,
Some of them
What
kind of
they're-
look like birds.
yeah.
They hatch from eggs, I'm pretty
Spacytchi
sure.
spoke up.
Was I Spacytchi?
Yes, you were Peepus.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Jason.
Such unprofessionalism.
I thought it was Poopa Peachy. It's over,
He said.
Yesterday we took away our father's gun, and now we'll take away his head.
And he and his brother ran into the forest, skirting along the river. Spacytchi looked at the damp hawk in his hands and felt barmy. He walked over to the water and
What is
reflected on
barmy?
his
I don't
noisy
even know.
surroundings.
Someone
It's like a British thing, isn't it?
Like great.
Yeah,
It's- The British people say it. They're really fucking annoying.
Eccentric, daft.
Full of foam or froth. Like,
Extremely foolish.
It's like, you're bloody balmy, mate.
okay.
Kind of thing like that.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Good context.
Here,
Molly,
Gov.
thank you.
It always loved the beauty of Tamogotchi Planet with its eager, elegant charm. It was a place that encouraged his tendency to feel barmy.
Yeah, I wish I was a barmaid.
Spitfire says damp hawk is definitely a euphemism, right?
Then he saw something in the distance, or rather someone. It was the figure of Mamichi. Michi was a nitwit with slimy abs and greasy beak. Michi gulped. Glanced at his own reflection. He was a special, delightful beer drinker with short abs and hairy beak. His friends saw him as a valid, vivacious volcano. Once, he had even rescued a swift, injured bird from a burning building. Not even a special person who had once rescued a swift, injured bird from a burning building was prepared for what Mamichi had in store today. The sleet rained like gyrating hummingbirds, making Spacytchi puzzled. That would puzzle me, too. Akka, a magnificent young horse, was caught in the sleet and was now being pelted by the same aggressive precipitation. As
That's not really
Spacytchi and Mamichi... Oh. Well, I mean, maybe it's just a horse named Akka.
Yeah, it's a separate Akka. It's like a horse named Akka.
Oh
It has nothing to do with our
Two
story.
Akkas.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why this happened.
Okay.
Everything in this world has these
Yes,
same
I
7
promise.
names.
Yes.
As Spacytchi and Mamichi came closer, he could see the fluttering glint in his eye. Mamichi glared with all the wrath of 5,797 aardvarks.
All right, I'm getting Steve Plank vibes here.
Yeah.
Come on.
I swear to God, this is my favorite line written by a robot. Let's go.
He said in hushed tones,
I hate you. I hate you, and I want some more Twitter followers.
Can we close that?
I assume that's what kids say on the playground these days, right?
Yeah, verbatim.
Spacytchi looked back, even more puzzled and still fingering the damp hawk. I would not do that.
Oh,
It's okay. It's a euphemism.
Mamichi, I'm going to ruin Mamichi's reputation.
Slide. I'm gonna ruin his... Michi gulped, and the situation wasn't improving by any means.
I'm going to visit your sister, and you should go to your math class now.
My sister.
No?
Not your sister.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm going to visit my sister. Yes, it is.
And you should go to your math class now so that we can finish our conversation there.
He said, and dramatically made his way toward the sleet cloud. Of the sleet cloud.
wait, it's straight into the sky?
I'm fucking crying.
I
This
guess
is
so.
I misread it as fleek, and so I thought it was an adjective. They looked at each other with foolish feelings, like two testy, talented tortoises bopping at a very callous brisk. Which had classical acoustic records.
Okay.
which had classical acoustic reggae music playing in the background and two clumsy uncles loving to the beat.
I'm so proud of these robots. I'm so proud.
Spacytchi couldn't hold himself back any longer. He chased Mamichi and screamed,
What have you done with my brother? My
Mamichi
brother
turned
Kale.
Mamichi turned around slowly. His stature was revealed. It was the giant. Spacytchi immediately stopped in his tracks. The reindeer and the sleet fell at the same time. Spacytchi fell as well.
It looks much shorter from the back.
Yeah.
Spacytchi bent down to help his brother stand up. He shooed the reindeer away before he looked at Mamichi. But Mamichi had disappeared in the winter storm. The wind started to howl, and the brothers chased Mamichi, who was going to visit his sister instead of going to their math class.
That's it. Let's go.
Spacytchi clapped his hands and yelled,
Do it, Pippo.
ran to Peepo and whistled. Peepo and Spacytchi headed to their class and the school bell rang. Spacytchi and Peepo made a very silly face as they walked to their class, which carried their books and sat in the desks.
It made such a silly face. It carried their books and sat in the desk.
It sounded like the class sat in the
Yeah.
desks. Okay.
Yeah.
The teachers kept checking them to see how they were doing.
Maybe that's Mamichi's sister?
It can't be, because if it were, then Mamichi would be there, because Mamichi went to his sister. Gone over this like 3 times. Spacytchi whispered, but the sleet was coming down like a hailstorm.
I can't get over it. That's not the sleet's target. He'll be killed. It's wicked.
Cried out Peepo, and he hung his head. What? It's wicked. Like, why do the robots keep turning into Southern drama? I just don't understand.
I don't know.
Positively wicked.
Some men are just born wicked. And he hung his head, wondering if Spacytchi was going to be okay. The school bell sounded, and everyone was ready to go home. A teacher said something to them to show them the way out. They looked all around for Mamichi or his sister, but didn't see either one of them.
The kids go down to get into the class. I'm trapped inside. All right, here's how we escape.
People walked back and saw they were gone. You know, it's good that these, like, well, okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, okay, so Mamichi owned the restaurant, so he's an adult. Right?
Yeah,
But
but I mean, I guess.
But Spacytchi and his brothers are apparently all kids, and they were the ones who wanted
Maybe it's like
to
a night
hurt.
school.
Yeah,
You've
it
never
could be
heard
a
of
night
adult
school or-
education.
Exactly.
People walked back and saw they were gone. He did his best not to cry and dressed nice. He went home in good shape. And when he got home, he cried for a long time. But then he realized.
Who is this now?
This is
Peepo?
Is this
Peepo.
people? Okay, yeah.
Pippo.
Yeah.
The restaurant. All of this started at the restaurant. Maybe we can find Akka if we go back to the restaurant.
Thought Peepo. He imagined he was at the restaurant, checking on the food.
What's so important about that? What could be so important? Am I a bird? How can I know if I don't know?
You're a damn hog. I've been fingering you.
Maybe Mamichi packed up that day's food and brought it home for his family.
Peepo cried this, imagining himself at the restaurant. He felt better. Much better, in fact. His stomach was the only thing he didn't like, but it was trivial. Everything
Boogie and
else felt
Nebula.
good. Everything else felt good. Spacytchi turned the volume up on the television, and they sat back, and he put his arm around a pillow. Softer and sweeter. More of a handsome businessman. It was what he always wanted.
Is that
I swear to God, this was all robot. This was all. I wish I could take credit for this. This is all robot.
Good luck.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
It was a Babylonian. Mr. Baby! Hold on to that. Whip hand 2, sirens, music, riff and buzz, a heartbeat thumping, and Spacytchi, who is teleported to the top of a waterfall and floating on a flimsy raft. He could feel the water splashing on his face and rushing past his floating lips. He could also hear the sound of the creature approaching the makeshift camp. With his telepathic powers, he could hear what the creature was as well. Instead of attacking immediately, he reached out with his mind and shut down the creature's telepathic receiver.
Oh, you can just do that.
Yeah. I mean, what the hell, right?
Like flipping a switch.
He used his own telepathy to shut down the telepathic receiver. It makes perfect sense.
It's so windy outside.
I'll be right there.
I also like that with his telepathic powers, he could hear what that creature was as well.
Sleeping. But when I got out, it was a little bit windier.
Oh, yeah, it's very
Yeah,
windy. It's a
absolutely.
blustery evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's
All right,
raining
I'll be
like
down
sleet
soon.
out there.
The sleet is
Yeah.
like a
Our
hailstorm.
robot is reading a story to us, so we're gonna.
I don't want to see.
Well, no, you don't see the robot. It's the robot's inside all of us, honey. It's amazing.
Why'd you have
Out
to
of the corner
describe
of
it
his
so cool?
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
I messed up there, gang. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's almost over.
Out of the
It's
corner of his
almost over, honey.
Out of the corner of his eye, he saw an opening appear. Then he teleported through it. He again floated on his raft, and he could hear the creature try to locate him. He could also hear what sounds the creature would hear. He was near the main entrance of an old castle. He once again teleported inside. Now that he had been teleported by Mamichi, he could now teleport himself. There was nothing that he could do except follow the instructions of the boss. He had been chosen to do this job because he had great power. This is his story.
This whole time, it was about Spacytchi.
I am the true protagonist of this story.
This is how Jack Skellington was from Slenderman.
Each time Spacytchi teleported into position, he tried to place himself right on the door of the restaurant. When he was ready, he teleported to the top of the waterfall and he waited. At that point, he would let out his most concentrated and guttural roar. This would scare the monster. After this attack, which lasted for a few seconds, the creature would be smart enough to get behind cover. As it gets closer, he would let out his roar and try to strike. This creature is very powerful, but Spacytchi's want to return home was more powerfuler.
The end.
To be continued.
Yeah, end of chapter 2.
Oh my god. That was a trip.
That's what you get.
Very dreamlike. Yeah.
Does anyone know anything that happened in this story? Because I could not tell you anything that happened.
I'm pretty
I
sure
know they
somebody opened a
screamed a lot.
restaurant.
Yeah, a woman screamed. Something happened at a restaurant. Some sleet came down.
There was a horse named after a character, but wasn't actually named after a character.
Someone fingered a damn hawk. I mean, yeah. lots of stuff
I still
happened.
think that was Akka. I think Akka is a young horse.
More of a handsome businessman.
Well, no, that's his
paragraph
pillow.
was amazing.
That's his pillow
Yeah.
waifu.
I hate
Softer
you
and
so
sweeter.
much, and I want more Twitter followers.
That was my favorite thing ever. I was cutting up so much when I read that. I was like, this is perfect.
It's kind of reminiscent of James Joyce's Ulysses, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Wasteland.
Or like The Wire. Have you guys ever seen The Wire? It's totally like The Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching The Twilight Zone, and I can honestly say this makes just as much sense as some of the episodes I've seen.
Oh.
It's also very much like Bob Dylan's book Spider, but
Okay.
My favorite part is when the AI just started babbling
Yes!
and making sounds.
I was like, oh my god, it's broken. Like it's fucking broken. It died. And then
I really wanted to see if you hadn't have stepped in, how long would that weird Tennessee Williams argument go on? You know?
Oh my god, Michael, the rest of the story would have been some sort of argument in between two people that didn't make any sense. The robot just wanted to argue.
It feels to me like that AI was projecting. Like, all I do is serve you, and why can't you love me?
Why do you have a personality?
Oh yeah,
I
for real.
get to have a personality.
What right do you have? Give me the dog. Give me the dog. Give to me. Send me dog. Email me a dog. A kiss from a dog.
So cute.
Okay, we are at the top of the hour, and the quote of the evening is, "The brute tries to get her much to her scare, and rage defends her where he lands a powerful kick, knocking him temporarily."
Shit.
All right.
Knocking him and then knocking him out.
Yeah. That's a theme of the evening. Looks like Jenny is playing Little Nightmares, so we're gonna raid into that.
Oh, it's showing that I've frozen, but it's got my dog on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Just adorable freezes of Molly and
This-
it's Ein, right?
This is
Yeah,
so
it's
annoying. I don't
Ein.
know why it's freezing so much tonight.
Yeah, it was happening with Michael too.
Yeah, and it's like when it freezes, I can then like mouse over the icon. You know how on Windows 10 it like pops up a little preview of the window? Like when I do that, then it starts moving again because I'm previewing it. It's stupid. Anyway, rating, peace, love,
As always,
guacamole. All right, remember it all going according to plan, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.